Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, we are honored today on Bulldog After Hours to have Kelli Prather with us, who yesterday was reported by the Cincinnati Enquirer is under investigation and being charged with some improprieties as it relates to the government funds. And Kelli, at my request, has come in and decided to sit in this chair, and we decided to talk about it. Kelli,
yes.
I guess you had better days than you had yesterday.
I have had better days than I've had yesterday, but I've had worse days too.
Yes.
I've had worse days.
I would want to start by saying, have you had contact with the government, and how long have you been having conversations with the government about any of this?
Well, I've had contact with the government since 2007. I went to, he was then the Attorney General Andrew Cuomo's office in 2007 to report Medicare and Medicaid fraud. And, you know, when you do that, you red flag yourself. So I've been being investigated by the federal government since 2007, and this is a culmination of it, and it's really political in nature.
Well, one of the things that's recently happened is that you declared yourself for city council.
For mayor.
For mayor, excuse me.
Yes.
For mayor. And they said you didn't have enough applications. You took an appeal to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court dismissed that. But you definitely, and you've ran for other offices,
yes.
You definitely have injected yourself into the political system in Cincinnati. And you know how the old saying goes is, if you want to be left alone, just stay on the porch and don't go out and fight with the other dogs.
Exactly.
So you got into fights with the other dogs, and look what happens.
Yes, look what happened. You know, I've made myself a target, but I strategically use the political landscape as a platform to discuss the fact that my family and I have been subjected to whistleblower retaliation and witness intimidation since 2007.
I can relate a little bit to it because I got so big so fast in the legal game by 2010 that the entire legal apparatus from the Bar Association, as I'm sitting here, for example, everybody will know that, I haven't heard of the Bulldog committing any crimes. But it doesn't change the fact that they go after you.
Yes.
The whole legal system went after me. So I know how it feels. So let's talk a little bit about some of these specifics without not talking about the specifics. First off, they named some other people in this article. Do you know any of them?
No.
Okay.
No.
They're not connected to you in any way,
They're
shape,
not
or form.
connected to me in any shape, form, or fashion.
Kelli, the first thing that struck me about it was this. All of the people in the world out there applying and filling out these forms.
Right.
I mean, it's been proven. For example, in California, you have unemployment fraud. Do you know that our office received 2 applications for unemployment requesting Kentucky unemployment funds? I didn't even know who the hell they were.
Wow.
So I got to ask this question. Of all the people out there doing this, why Kelli Prather? Why do they go after Kelli Prather on this when you and I both know there's got to be all kinds of people fraudulently filling out these forms?
That's right there.
And you're saying you didn't fraudulently fill them out.
Right.
Legitimate businesses.
Legitimate businesses. You can check the Secretary of State's website, the Ohio Secretary of State website, and see that I've had legitimate businesses in the state of Ohio since 2008. I also have a small business in the state of New York, which spearheaded all of this. And so the reason they targeted me is because I'm so vocal. I talk about the corruption with all this to the tune of $1 billion in development. I talk about the fact that the corruption, there's a culture of corruption in city government. There's corruption and collusion between county and city government. And now, since I've been experiencing what I've experienced, there is corruption and collusion from state to state. New York sent directives to blackball me, to negatively impact my friends and family members in any way possible. Another example of this as it relates to politics is my brother. There was an issue at an Airbnb where he was targeted unjustly, and it was right after I announced my candidacy for mayor. So this is political in nature. I can't talk a lot about the particular case because this is serious.
I get tired of this. The amount of corruption in Washington, D.C., the amount of corruption in the state of Ohio, and in Cincinnati, you're dealing with millions and billions of dollars, and they pick on somebody like you,
like me,
dealing with a few bucks. I mean, how much money this PPE did you get? They reported, was it 16,000?
They reported 19,000.
19,000.
Yeah.
Now, were all of these businesses, this is the only particular I want to ask you about, were all of these businesses that applied for these funds, legitimate businesses.
These are legitimate. Check the Secretary of State's website. These are legitimate businesses with multiple accounts across the city of Cincinnati, and one account still in New York City.
Okay. Now you're going to defend this vigorously.
I'm going to defend this vigorously. I have two amazing attorneys, Erica Underwood and Carl Lewis, who...
I love Carl. I love Carl.
Carl is amazing. Erica's amazing too. You know,
yeah. I don't know her, but I know Carl.
She's an unsung hero. So I have really good attorneys, and for that reason, you know, I'm not going to jeopardize my case and talk any more than I have. But this is, you know, you said it best when we introduced the fact that I will be with the Bulldog Network. This is the Sopranos in action. This is a mafia-style hit because these people have been unjustly enriched to the tune of millions, even $1 billion, and I've been vocal about it. I've been connecting the dots, and, you know, the low man on the totem pole always catch the flag.
I can relate to it. Kelli, you stay strong. If there's anything that I can do to help you, you let us know. And thank you for coming on and defending yourself. I say all the time, if you want to fight back publicly.
That's right. Fight back publicly.
Fight back publicly.
Tuck my tail and run and hide. No.
Right.
You know,
keep your head held high.
Right is right and wrong is wrong. You know, I am asking people to continue to pray for me because this is a vicious attack. I expected something like this to happen eventually because they wanted me to be, they wanted to tarnish my reputation and be guilty by association or do something. But, you know, if God is for me, then who can be against me? It does not matter who's against me.
All right.
So I'm going to do the right thing. But I appreciate you, Eric. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your network.
And we'll get your show going again next week.
Yes.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, Kelli Prather, fighting back.
Yes.
This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.
Thank you.